Avoid font preloading trap when optimizing WordPress with local fonts to get high page speed score.
Hello friends, recently I checked client website and they have a PageSpeed Insights issue. So they are optimizing it, they have done many optimizations and they are not getting 100 page speed score. I tried to reproduce that case and this is what happens. So I have lots of optimizations done and everything is green except Largest Contentful Paint. And I can see that first contentful paint is 1 second, but Largest Contentful Paint is 6.3 seconds. And when we look at details, we can see that there's warning about font 180 millisecond delay. Network dependency tree also shows that one font, and there's nothing else that we can look at and understand why this happens. So in that case, we can move to other speed testing tools. So don't stick with PageSpeed Insights only, don't rely on it completely. So that's what I did. That's why I switched to Debugbear. So this is test by Debugbear, and here after testing a page, navigate to requests report, and here it will show you all requests until Largest Contentful Paint. So we have issue with Largest Contentful Paint. So instantly we can see lots of requests happening before Largest Contentful Paint, and we can notice that this red preload sign, about 18 of them. And what are they? They are fonts, loaded fonts, preloaded fonts. So if we reads a warning, it says the resource was not used, consider removing the hint. So preload hint says preload this resource, this font, or this whatever resource you have. This, it can be image, it can be font, it can be CSS, it can be JavaScript. By preloading, you say browser, like, it has high priority, load it as soon as possible, so page will be rendered correctly as fast as possible. But in this case, preloading was harming our page speed score. As you can see, we have 18 fonts, so preloaded, which are not even used in our website, in our page. Let's see what are those fonts. So we can click on it and look at details. It says link preload, and it's a local font. We have 18 different fonts preloaded, local fonts. We can see where it happens, which fonts are loaded. So it says as 2025 theme related font, and it's this file which is preloaded. Which plugin is preloading it? So let's see details, and here we can notice that it's data. So this string says as WPACU. When we search this in Google, or search this string in Google, we can see that it's related to WordPress Access Cleanup plugin. So if we navigate to it, so Asset Cleanup plugin here, if we navigate to settings, page of Asset Cleanup plugin, and go to local fonts, that's where we see this preload local font files option, and here are 18 local fonts are listed. So what happens, why they are listed here? Probably some time ago website owner optimized those fonts because they were using it, but then they stopped using it, they switched to other font, but they forgot to remove this preloading thing. How to fix this PageSpeed Insights issue? We can just select all these fonts because they are not used, remove them, update settings. Now navigate to PageSpeed Insights and test page speed score, and instantly we get 100 page speed score, and Largest Contentful Paint is 1.5 seconds. Now let's see again Debugbear report with updated settings. Now we can see all requests until Largest Contentful Paint, and we don't see any fonts here. So it's only 3 requests happening, and it's really fast, and largest contentful paint happens at 1.7 seconds. That's great. So if we look at all requests, we still have some fonts loaded, one font loaded, okay. And its priority is highest again, which is fine. With preloading, we want to have a high priority for loading fonts, and here, without any preloading, it's still high priority, which is great. So default setting for local fonts is always high priority, and you don't need to preload them in order to make it high. So it's automatically by default is high. So you don't get old optimization to ruin your page speed score. As you can see here, I get 100 page speed score. So for local fonts, preloading can ruin your page speed score, and you will not understand it by PageSpeed Insights report. So you need to check other reports and find out that you are preloading old fonts which are not used anymore. So if you are using custom fonts, custom local fonts, make sure you are not preloading it or any other plugin or any other developer, or make sure it's not preloaded by previous user or website owner, whatever was the case. So check the bugbear and make sure that fonts, there is nothing like in red preloaded, or even if it's used font, you don't need to preload it in order to make your website faster. So just leave it as it is. In default settings, you will have pretty decent 100 page speed score. And that's how you should optimize your page without optimizing fonts. Additionally, if you want to remove custom fonts, you need to check where that custom font is loaded, how it's loaded. So here we can click on it and see where it is. It's in themes 2025, so it's theme related font. Navigate to your WordPress admin, navigate to appearance, editor, and in styles you can see this typography option. Click on it, and here we can see these two custom fonts are used in our theme. So we can remove them by clicking this button and then selecting one font, unselect, update, go back, select another one, unselect it, update, go back, and we can see that these two fonts are not used anymore. We can close that pop-up and see it's saved already. So now if we, after removing, let's check PageSpeed Insights. So no fonts in this test, and still I get 100 page speed score, and which is great. And largest contentful paint is 1.2 seconds. In the bugbear, if we navigate to requests page, we can see 3 requests, and if we want to see all requests, we can see that there is no fonts used in this page. So that's how you can remove. To remove any custom local font, you need to identify where that font is loaded, where it's used, and remove that part. If it's related to theme, remove it from theme. If it's related to plugin, remove it from plugin. Even if you don't remove it, do not preload it. Make sure that you are not preloading it, or some other plugin is not preloading it. So in that case, using default options, you can get 100 page speed score instead of over optimizing and preloading it and getting low page speed score. My personal preference is not using any custom fonts, so not local fonts or not Google fonts, not any fonts, because I want to show message, not design it, not make it attractive. As long as my message, my offer is valuable for client, for user, for viewer, then I don't worry about custom fonts. But if you worry, don't optimize it, don't preload it. You should have pretty decent page speed score, because you optimize everything else. You optimize images, you optimize CSS, JavaScript, you are caching your page so it loads fast. In this demo, I used the Elementor page to get this 100 page speed score. I used other optimizations as I mentioned, and you can watch that in full video tutorial. I will post a link in the description. Also, I am using for optimizing a WordPress pages, I am using a simple checklist, which is a simple PDF. You can download it from my website, webby.com/speed. It's simple to follow. I use it on all WordPress websites. Thank you for watching. See you in next videos. Bye.